Today I'm at Travis Wetlands, which is a wetland restoration project on the northwestern side of Christchurch. So there's a bird hideout here that you can sit and watch the wading birds out on the swamps. I'd go inside, but there's actually 5 or 6 people in there at the moment, so good views out over the swamp. So if you want to visit all of Travis Wetland, you basically have to do a figure of 8, so that means you cross the middle of the wetland twice on your trip round it. Those are the port hills in the far distance. They'd be probably about 10 kilometres away from us at this point. The second half of this track is heading around the northwestern edge of Travis Wetland, back to where the car was. So let's get going. The western and northern edge of the park, the trees are a lot older because they were the first areas that were planted in this restoration project. So you're walking through these corridors of trees, similar to this for most of the way. There's significant areas of boardwalk on the northwestern edge of Travis Wetland because the wetland comes right in close to the fence line with the houses. So basically from this point onwards you're walking on boardwalk all the way back to the car. There's a viewing tower about 100 metres up the boardwalk from here. I'll climb up and show you what it looks like looking out into the wetland. So just in the near distance here you can see the platform that you can walk up, and it has 360 views out over the whole wetland. So that's the view out into Travis Wetland from the viewing platform. So there's some remnant manuka forest on the northwestern corner of Travis Wetlands, another of the endemic native plants that you would have seen in this area before Europeans arrived. These willow trees here are basically acting as a nursery. There's young native trees planted underneath them. Eventually, when the trees get big enough to support themselves, these willows will be cut down. Most of the northern part of Travis Wetland is covered with tussock and grasses. They basically act as a filter to filter out all the impurities. Coming to the end of the track, yeah, we're in the extreme northwestern corner of the park. Just this one last piece of boardwalk and then we're basically back at the start. There's a view out over the wetlands. It's a really nice walk around the outside, worth coming to do. You can probably just see it. Mount Herbert is in the extreme distance there. Yeah, one of my favourite tramping trips to the top of that mountain. The last part of the track is through the Anne Flanagan Dell on the northern edge of the Travis Wetland. Anne Flanagan was one of the original pioneers of this restoration project in this wetland, and this area was named after her death approximately a decade ago. Walking through Anne Flanagan Dell at the moment. It's quite a nice area of the wetlands. So I'm in Travis Wetland. Here are some pakeko, which are one of the native birds that live in this wetland area.